गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरु स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पगः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम्। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणि ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणि। पेज 208 वर्स 223। अनादिमायया भ्रांता जीवेशौ सुविलक्षणौ मन्यन्ते तद्व्युदासाय केवलं शोधनं तयोः। अतएवात्र दृष्टान्तः योग्यः प्राक् सम्यगीरितः घटाकाश महाकाश जलाकाशाभ्रकात्मकः. So the issue with the Jiva is that he feels that in his own nature he needs the world to remain happy. If he had said, I need the world for sustenance of my body, then problem was not there. If he had said that I need the world to maintain my health, I had no issue. Vedanta says, very good, fine. If he had said, I need the world to get out of my ego, Vedanta would have said, well done, well thought of. If he had said that I need the world to mature myself, no problem, very good idea. If he had said that I need the world to know how attachment is bad, Vedanta says, wonderful. The world is not useless. Understand that. World has lot of use. Like the body, world has lot of use. Something is not true, that doesn't mean it is useless. Dream is not true, but still it is useful. So world is required for various kinds of getting rid of wrong notions. World is required for purification of our mind. Whom will you serve if world is not there? World is required for karma yoga. World is required for bhakti yoga. Vedanta says, whatever you are saying, I totally agree, 100%. Good luck. Well, then what is your problem, Mr. Vedanta? My problem is, you say world is required for my happiness. But here you have totally fallen down. Or you say world is required to expand myself. World is required to give me security. Moment you add two things with the world, you become worldly. Moment you start wanting the joy and security from the world, there is where you become worldly and subject to sorrow. If you go out in the world to see how much ego I have, the world is a very good place to indicate how much ego you have. To go out to find out whether I have wrong notions, the world will always tell you. Every wrong notion will be contradicted by the world. A right notion will not be contradicted. Supposing you think I am small in front of the whole world will not contradict this notion. The thought of humility will not be contradicted by the world. Supposing you say, world I am going to serve, nobody will contradict you. The area of service is always full. It is that scope is so much. Everybody wants some kind of seva. If you ask me, I will always say I have a lot of work, please share some work for me. So if somebody wants to do something, he will always, there is area. But if you want importance from me, then it will be difficult. Then I cannot give you for a long time. For a short time I can give. But because you trouble me after that. Or if you want my company all the time, that is not there. So please understand where Vedanta is coming from. Supposing you say, no, I want love from you, then you don't ask love. You be such, you become lovable. Of course you will get love. So world is not something which will never, don't say world does not give anything. Don't say all these things. World does give you maturity. World does give you some kind of, opportunity to serve. World does give you some kind of infrastructure to learn Vedanta. So world, we are not writing off its importance in these areas. Where world collapses totally is in giving you joy. And on the hope of joy is based attachment. The false castle of attachment is only because of the sense that somebody has joy and he will give me. Or world will give me security. Or world will give me importance. World will give, but it will take also. World has not given importance to anybody for a long time. So I hope you are understanding where world stands also, and what it can give and what it cannot give also. So what it cannot give, don't try to dial a wrong number. You will beat around the bush, you will not get anything. If you don't believe, then you go and find out joy from somebody. I have not found. I also tried to get joy from a certain place, certain person, but my experience was falsified and I learned a lesson. That is fine. I cannot say my to anybody. Nobody is available for me to follow me. So whom to say my? The world is not a place where you can say somebody as my for a long time. You will not get a response out on all issues. And if anybody is giving response, he will stop his response, and you will know that, how can I say him my when he is not available, or he gives me sorrow, he doesn't listen. These things will be clarified. And this is where the attack of Vedanta is. Vedanta says you are thinking world is real, world has happiness, world has security, and you are thinking you are smaller, you are insecure, and you are the one who does not have joy. You have three issues with you. You think you are small, you think you are insecure, and you think you don't have joy. And you have superimposed three things on the world. World is big, world is giving security, and world is giving joy. And this is a totally bluff. Bluff, not Anita's bluff. Anita also lives in bluff. And if you go to her house, she will talk in bluff. Bluff is the name of a place, therefore I'm saying. If Anita is listening, she will smile. So I think it was the name of some British person or something. Accordingly, they made the name Bluff. So this point, make it clear. Don't make it a theoretical and academic studies. We are not after academic study. We are after removing our false notions and realizing what is the right thing. Okay. So to remove these three notions, I am small, I am insecure, and I don't have joy. I don't have joy, that means I am a very contracted person. Because absence of joy is equal to sense of contraction in self. Sense of smallness, sense of contraction, sense of inadequacy In I, please understand, not in situation. Situation will always have something missing. Situation will always, supposing money is there, children are there, children are there, father, mother is not there. But on I, when you miss, that is where it is against scriptures. Outside it is not there. I don't have a car. Fine. Car is not there outside. Money is not there. That health is not there outside. As I used to be healthy. But because of that, I am inadequate. I am incomplete. I am low. I have lost. These, where you put I, casually you put I, Vedanta is very, very angry on this point. He said, why did you bring I on this matter? You don't talk about I so casually. Don't be casual about I. You can be casual about other things, but not I. Because the moment you define I, that will not dictate your, through whom you define I, that will dictate your sorrows and joy. So now this topic is going on. Tattva, Tvam and Asipad is going on, 210 to 246. So 210 to 246 was the Asipad. So tomorrow onwards I will take Taittiriya Upanishad. As is the SUP course, will start in the evening. So tomorrow onwards you bring the Taittiriya Upanishad Brahmanand Valli. Today we will complete. Oh, complete this chapter? No. Complete few verses. Only when this chapter will be concluded. Next Satyug. Because every time I come, every time I start. So that is not going ahead. So we are, even snail is faster than us. Snail is also thinking that they are going too slow. They are not able to complete. So please, sometime take your head out of the book and think about what is the intention. Sometimes we get caught up so much in words, Sanskrit meaning that we miss. And sometimes we think so much out of the box that we are lost also. So please come to the book also and go into details of grammatical points also, and also go out of the book. Then you will have a complete study. So let us now see, I hope you are understanding, the limitless nature of the self is the intended meaning to reveal the oneness of Jiva and Ishwara. When it is said oneness of Jiva and Ishwara, please note, I am repeating it, essential nature is equated and not the conditional nature. Conditional nature of Ishwara cannot be equated because Ishwara is infinite in its power, Jiva is very finite, Ishwara is omniscient, Ishwara means God. This much Hindi I can use, no? So if Ishwara is God and Ishwara is omniscient, omnipotent, Jiva is not omnipotent also. He doesn't know the spelling of omnipotent. So, he doesn't know the spelling of omniscience also. So, this point was mentioned. So, certain schools of philosophy came. They said, Bhai, can clear us slightly, you can shift slightly. She is struggling. Slightly this, yes, little more, little, bus. So, now some schools of philosophy came. And what they said, he said, Tat and Tvam, two words are used. If the Jiva and Ishwara were really one, why these two words were used, Tat and Tvam? Tattvamasi was. The answer was given, it is an intermediate study for Tat and Tvam has been used. Like supposing, in the mathematics studies, they say this happens in this. So you hypothetically put, okay, that number is X. That number is gamma. or YZ or delta or phi. And then you conclude that phi is equal to, then you don't use, so that using of the delta or phi number, there are two numbers which are used. Ram eats 4 mangoes in 2 days. Shyam eats 10 mangoes in 20 days. In 1.5 days, how many mangoes Ram will eat? And in 3 days, how many mangoes Shyam will eat? So you say, may Ram eats X mangoes, X you put hypothetical number, and supposing Y number Shyam eats ultimately. You put X and Y to start your intermediate calculation. It is not meaning that I am going to prove that Ram only eats X mango. X is not any number. It is, and ultimately you find that as many mangoes Ram ate, so many mangoes Shyam ate, and then you say X is equal to Y. So ultimately you cannot say because you are going to equate X and is equal to Y, therefore why did you put a different number? Why didn't you say Shyam also eats X mangoes? No, because it was an intermediary step to understand, therefore I had put a Y number there. It was not to prove that X is different than Y. Similarly, tam pad and tat pad has been used. So here a student is saying both are pure by nature because both are consciousness. Please note, he is talking from the angle of essential nature. He said, then why you are putting it equal? He said, both are pure, but Advaita Bodhanaya eva sa kaksha kachid ishyate. 222nd verse, you see, kaksha means intermediary. Intermediary level of teaching is called kaksha. Kaksha doesn't mean class here. Kaksha is on 222nd. If you don't have book, don't worry. Just matter of one day, tomorrow you will all get the books. What books we are going to study, that only the SUP students will get. Others won't be happy. So, those who have registered, others will not get. You have to bring your own book or purchase from Dhanamika. If she has. If she doesn't have, don't disturb other and see. Don't share anybody's copy and book here. Share joys and sorrows. Don't share anybody's copy. I do people like this. I just don't like that style. So Advait, and some people दोस्ती निभाते अपना शेयर करके भाई आप भी शेयर कर ली चलिए ये नहीं don't try to become friend here, be friend outside the class. Please purchase your book if it is there. If it is not there, then sit quietly. So now Advait Bodhanaya eva. Only when will we get? Don't worry. Today we will get all books. Tonight evening we will inaugurate 9:30. Then we will give all the books. What is required will be given. Otherwise you have to get it. Acha. Now I hope you are understanding. Jiva and Ishwara are not equated from conditioning level. They are equated from essential level. And this was called Bhagatyaga Lakshana. If you remember, one Bhagatyaga means one portion you accept and one portion you negate. One portion you accept. Let us now see. 223rd verse. What is 223rd verse? Anadi Mayaya Brantaha. Those who are deluded by the Maya, what they do? Jiveshau Suvilakshanav. This should be in inverted comma. They say Jiva and Ishwara are totally different. Manyante, full stop. They think like that. Acha. Then Tat Vyudasaya, V plus Ut plus As. So, to negate that, to negate this point, the difference of Jiva and Ishwar, Kevalam Shodhanam Tayoho. So, Shodhanam means You know, Tvam Padar Shodhan I had mentioned. You discover Jiva as Kutastha and you discover Ishwara as Brahman. This is called Shodhanam. Taking away the apparent meaning and holding to the essential meaning. Like the gold ore is there, when you put into fire, the debris of the gold is taken out and essential gold is maintained. That is called purification, not cutting, throwing the whole gold. Only you take away one non-essential part. That is called Shodhanam. If you remember last time I had mentioned, whole Vedanta is removing something false and not making anything true. Because truth cannot be made. Truth is already there. You can negate false. Truth can be asserted but not brought, not created. Truth cannot be created. Truth cannot be brought. Truth cannot be modified. It is asserted. Something is already there, you are putting your attention there, and again is called assertion. So, I hope this point is clear. And now he is saying, Vidyaranya Swamiji is saying, in 224th verse, let us read this. What is the 224th verse? 223rd, I think we had seen last time. Is it clear? Ata evatra drishtantah yogyah prak samyagiritah घटाकाश महाकाश जलाकाशाब्रकात्मकः अतः evatra. Atra means in this matter of non-dual consciousness, yogya, prak means earlier we had told about the example of consciousness and space. If you remember that. For a long time, many years have passed. If you remember, the Brahman was equated to total space. Mahakash. Brahman was equated to total space. And what? And supposing a pot is kept in the total space, so there is something called pot space. Actually, same Brahman with the conditioning of the wall of the pot is called pot space. Remember very well. Similarly, same space with the conditioning of the wall of the pot is called pot space. Same Brahman with the conditioning of dash is called Jiva. Same Brahman with the conditioning of dash is called Jiva. Ignorance, Panchkosh, or Avasthatraya. It is the name of the same Brahman with the conditioning. I hope you are understanding that. This place, when this hall was not made, was called only space. Well, what is it? Space around. Now walls have been made. Now same space with the conditioning of the wall is called hall. There is no change in this space. Only because I am seeing the walls of the hall, it is called the space. If this wall is brought down, then there is no change in the space. Again it will be called space. Actually it is space only. Because I am not, my attention is on the wall, therefore it is called the hall. It is not really hall. Space is not equal to hall. Otherwise, wherever space will be, hall will be there. But because of the conditioning is, Upadhi. What is the meaning of Upadhi? Upadhi means conditioning. No, means what? When two things are close together, हाँ, कोई बोलेगा उपाधि की परिभाषा? I had told not once, twice, many times. हाँ, हाँ, one person. No, united we don't become united on these manners. One person. Even if it is wrong, don't mind. समीपे स्थित्वा, very good. हाँ, स्वस्य धर्मस्य. हाँ, हाँ, आधानम. हाँ, you are close. Samipe, you are sitting quietly. Samipe sthitva, and you also. Samipe sthitva swasya dharmasya anyasmin kalpna रूपे आधानम is called upadhi. आपने बोला ही नहीं कुछ. No, that is अध्यास. अध्यास उपाधि अलग अलग है. कल आपको बोलना पड़ेगा. समीपे स्थित्वा स्वस्य धर्मस्य अन्यस्मिन् कल्पना रूपेण आधानम इति उपाधि. Stanley is also not saying. Situated near, transferring imaginarily its properties on something else where that property is not there. See, Sanskrit and English, there's a difference. In Sanskrit, everything is in a form you can understand. Samipe sthitva swasya dharmasya. I'll explain it, don't worry. Samipe sthitva swasya dharmasya anyasmin, on something else, kalpana rupena adhanam. Situated near, imaginarily transferring its qualities on something where that quality is not there, that is called upadhi. Make one book of terminologies. There you write such words. Well, how you told. But I could not get a book actually, right? Book came, then pen was not there. Pen came, then ink was not there. Ink, pen, book, but table was not there where to write. When all was there, time was not there. When time was there, mind was not cooperating. I was upset, very upset about certain things. So, samipe sthitva. Now this wall is very close to this space. And now it has superimposed its nature of limitation on the limitless space. Situated close, transferring imaginarily its qualities on something where this quality is not belonging, that is called upadhi. Now this wall has become conditioning or upadhi of the space. Now ये क्या है? What is this? Whose phone is this? 5,000 rand you have to give. Not 1,000. If anybody brings phone, and phone bringing itself is a fine. Forget about if it. I don't know what. Call from God will not come here. Don't worry. If you have a lot of money, you can bring. This will collect funds like that. Please don't bring phone here. Samipe sthitva. Now this wall has transferred imaginarily its qualities on the space. And therefore, I am calling that space as hall. I hope you are understanding. Another very potent and very common example is sphatic shivling. Shivling is crystal, and supposing this blue flower is kept this time, and this is there. This is not sphatic, this will not show. So from that side, this sphatic shivling will appear blue. So this has imaginarily transferred its quality where this quality was not belonging. And therefore this has become Upadhi or conditioning of this. Two examples I have given. Similarly, this body is very closely associated with the Atma. Now it has imaginarily transferred its qualities on the Atma where there is no shape. And I say I am tall. I say I am white. I say I am blue. I say I am, I am fat. I am has no relation. Fatness is one thing which has been imaginarily transferred on I am. This is called Upadhi. I had explained it, but I think you have to keep in mind. It's crisp definition. You cannot say something loose in Vedanta. So we have to use, if you cannot use Sanskrit words, at least you should be able to see in English also. But best is to Sanskrit because Sanskrit will put it in right perspective. I hope this point is there. So Ghatakash was equated to Brahman. Total Mahakash was equated to Brahman. Ghatakash was equated to Jiva. And what is Ghatakash? Actually, Ghatakash is, the pot space is not different than the total space. But my attention is on the wall of the pot and therefore I am using the word pot space just because my attention is on the wall of the pot. I am using the word Jiva because my attention is on the 5 koshas or 5 states. I am using the word Jiva actually. For the same consciousness, I am using the word Jiva. I should not have used, but my attention is on something else. Consciousness has not become Jiva. Consciousness is appearing as a Jiva because of the conditioning of the bodies or ignorance. I hope this point is clear. Very, very crucial point is there. And therefore it was called Ghatakash. Third was Jalakash. Ghatakash. Ghatakash was called the Kutastha. There is water in the pot. The space is reflected in the water of the pot. Hello. And supposing the pot is moved, so that space of the reflected space moves. But while the reflected space is moving, the pot space is not moving. This reflected space in the water is moving because I have shaken up the pot. But by shaking the pot space has not moved at all. Even how much the reflected space may be shattered and I'm moving violently also. But the total space or the pot space is not at all moving. So the mind is compared to the water. And in that water, there is a reflection of the consciousness and which is constantly moving. I am happy, I am sad, I am very, very upset today, I am very, very excited today, I am very emotional today, I am feeling very devastated today, I am feeling very cheated today, I am feeling very fortunate today. I am feeling very good today. Today it's a good season, neither very cold nor very hot. It's not very hot. You are all saying, so hot, so hot. Since I came, no heat is not there. Some said 40 degree was there. One day 40 degree was there. You go to India, then you understand what is temperature. Jodhpur, etc. 48 degree. Not one day, few months at a stretch. No rain for few months. पहले तो रेन होती नहीं थी जोत, अब तो रेन शुरू हो गई है. There was no rain and only hot weather. 48 degree, 49 degree. It has also touched 50 degrees. My God. Yes. 40 degrees, 35 degrees today. It was so hot. 35 degrees. Cape Town is also hot. Cape Town. It is hot. Acha. Very hot. Cold. I don't know, Cape Town weather from October to March is good, I think. March, April. From May onward, it's not good. Windy, cold and wet, this combination is there. In that way, Durban weather, I think, is better than Johannesburg and Cape Town both. Durban is still okay. Cape Town, Johannesburg is very cold in June, July, August. I think 3 months it is very difficult. You can come to Durban depending on the weather. I was talking that I am feeling cold. I is not connected to the cold. Body can feel cold. Mind can feel sad. This is called Upadhi. And therefore there are Mahakash, second was Ghatakash, and third was Jalakash. Mahakash is Brahman. Ghatakash was Kutastha. Brahman with respect to one body, unchanging nature of consciousness. You see, I am unconscious, I am an unchanging consciousness, but I am the seer of one body only. Then you use the word Ghataka. I am the drishta of one body. But I am a changing self. This is the space reflected in the water called Jalakash. I hope this point is clear. One more space is there, which is less popular. Not unpopular, I said less popular. What is there? The space reflected in the water of the cloud. There is a cloud, very big cloud is there. Big patch of cloud is there. And that was called Abrakash. Didn't get my mind. The space reflected in the droplets is tiny droplets in the water of the cloud. That is compared to Ishwara. That is compared to Ishwara. Why? Cloud is compared to Cloud is compared to Cloud is compared to Ishwara. No, Maya. The consciousness reflected in the Maya is Ishwara. Water was compared to, in the pot, water. Water, please be careful. I did not say reflection of the cloud in the water. Water is compared to 3 bodies. Ignorance, 3 bodies. 5 koshas. 3 body, I have only 1 body. Why? You don't have subtle body? Oh, sorry. Subtle body. Sleep well. So, do you think I'm in Tripurasura? So, this was the mention point. We live in very conditioned. We are very conditioned. They say also, his condition is thinking. When you don't like somebody, you are conditioned with the thinking. So, anytime anything will happen, you will always have something against him. And you will not see in the light. Even if he's supposing he's serving everybody. Well, he's going to feeding his king and serving. He is just showing off. So, because you are conditioned by your thinking. Well, he is trying to show that he is good. Because Swamiji is there, therefore he is trying to show his good. No, Swamiji is not here, but he didn't come. But he will tell to Swamiji that I went to the field. Otherwise, he doesn't never just go. And I don't know also. You are conditioned. You are not able to think. And supposing you like somebody too attached, so even if he lies also, you will say, no, it is maybe required to lie. He is not that bad, he will require to lie. This is called condition. Even if he does something mistake, you take it very lightly. You say, no, I have a mistake. This is fine. Any negativity is some kind of blockage and conditioning of your mind. And the problem with this is that you are not able to think bigger, vaster, complete. You have lost your complete vision. It will never give you solace and fulfillment. It is completeness in the vision that gives you the quietness inside. Conditioned vision will always give you disturbance. Oh, I hope you are understanding that. As much as you can decondition your understanding, to that extent, you cannot decondition your body. Please understand that. Your body will respond properly in a certain condition. You need a certain temperature where your body will function properly. Body is always conditioned. Certain food is required for your body. Any food won't work for your body. Certain kind of clothes are required. Maybe you need sweater, I don't need sweater. I know my body. Body will be conditioned and you should know which conditioning it performs best. Sometimes supposing you are sitting and you change your place all of a sudden. So that will be difficult for you also and for me also. Because your body is conditioned to sit there. It will respond well only if you sit at this respective place. And I am also habituated to seeing you there only. Don't change your place. Sit there. This way also I'll know if you are not come. If you keep on changing your place, your body will always function with some conditioning. I hope you're understanding. Mind also needs a conditioning. I need my watch to be kept here. This watch if you keep here, mind is not comfortable. Keep it here. I need my hand to keep here. Acha, something should be there. He conditioning है उसकी. ठीक है. I need mic to be left. Right mic working doesn't matter, but mic should be on the left. They keep it here sometimes. Sometimes they keep it here. I said, you please keep it toward the left. Well, that person is fine. He is different, I'm different. I'm my own stylist. Acha, yes. This is the conditioning is there. If you keep on changing these things, you will not be able to perform well. Your body needs a certain conditioning to perform. I'm not saying be very hard, but preferable. It is preferable. Acha, it's preferable. Yes, it's preferable. Acha. Certain clothes are preferable. You perform well in that. Acha. I'm not saying convenient. Don't think that clothes what you are putting. Half pant won't work here. So, don't remember your half pant. So here, a decent, presentable clothes are required. Don't stress too much. So, but aham getting conditioned, that is your problem. I need temperature. I don't like fan to be on my top of the head. Fan exactly on the top of the head. It creates sneezing all of a sudden. Acha, don't get. When you go to new center, these issues are there. Any desk is so big, only my face is seen this much. I have to peep like that. Hello, Hari Om. So you don't know. Okay, see, please remove the desk, it is better. And the live streaming people have seen, you are not seen at all, only this much is seen. They keep on messaging each other. And her message will come first. If nobody is there, Kana she'll message. So those who read messages, they also become, they don't read also later on. They'll keep on messaging. Hum jawab hi nahi denge. So, how much to give the answer? But to conditioning in I am very happy with this person only. I don't like this person. I just don't like this person. The problem is, moment you put yourself, you will not be able to. On the topic you have conditioned yourself, your thought will be wrong, habituated, and a lot. Wrong, plenty of thought obstructing your completeness of vision and freshness of mind, joy and independence. This is a problem then. You have become a guinea pig now. Understood? Therefore, don't say that I don't like him. Don't use such words mentally also. Say it's my problem that my mind does not like, it is my problem. And as long as problem is there, I won't be happy. This also you say with that. This also you say to yourself, talk to yourself, that you don't like, this will be a problem whole life. And next birth also it will continue. It was very good if I had not disliked that person. I would have vastness in my mind and more purity in my mind. Or I like a lot. I cannot live without you. We justify ourselves. So this is Jalakash. I don't like. I don't like, I like. This is Jalakash. Space reflected in the water. I am the seer. This is Ghatakash. I am the seer of whole body, mind, apparatus. This is Jalakash. Sorry, this is Ghatakash. I am the seer of the whole cosmos. This is Mahakash. I am the seer and drishta of the whole cosmos. This is Brahman. I am only the seer and detached seer of my body, mind, activities. I have nothing to do with this body. I don't know. I am seer of the whole world or not, but I am seer of this body. This is Ghatakash. But I am very disturbed. This is Jalakash. I am today excited. This is Jalakash. Okay. Ishwara is giving fruits of action. Fast. Meghakash. Ishwara is seer as me. Mahakash. Ishwara is the consciousness who is the seer of the whole world. I am also the seer of the whole world. This is Mahakash. Okay, I am understanding. Now it is clear. Ishwara is very big, Ishwara is big. He knows all at all time. Which Akash? Mahavakas नहीं बोला. Megakash. Ishwar takes avatar. Megakash. Wherever Maya will come, वहाँ Megakash हो गया. Megakash will not be same as Jalakash. Both are different. I hope you are understanding. My body is like ghat. That is the thing. But all Akash, and please don't forget, what? Jalakash is false. Why? Because it is dependent on Jal and Katakash and Ghat. Megakash is also false. It is dependent on the Meg. My God, yes. And therefore, Jalakash and Meghakash cancel. And therefore, Ghatakash is equal to Mahakash. Because Megh and water both are same level of reality. They are mithya. Reflected, both are reflected. Reflection in the water in the pot and reflection in the cloudy water in the cloud, both are reflections, both RCs are false, and both RMs are also false, and only the space is true, and therefore this is the equation, Tat is equal to Tvam. But actually, essentially they are Akash only. Essentially they are consciousness only. Well, I'm quite getting confused with the example and whose example is given. No, there is no need to get confused. No need to get confused. Please discuss with others. And if you have any problem, you can come in my room and not ask. You can ask only after you have discussed with each other. Then you can, of course, ask me. I am also available. And Shalu has also come now. Shalu is saying she will come each day in SUP course. है ना? हाँ, ठीक. So, Ghatakash, Mahakash, Jalakash, Abrakhatmakaha. And this was Yogya Prak Samyak Irita. I had told about this, Vidyaranya Swami is saying. And this was said from 18 to 22nd verse. Will Bhagavad Gita? No. This chapter 6 only, not Bhagavad Gita. Oh, sorry. Bhagavad Gita is in the evening. Okay. Vidyaranya Swami's genius is not in putting the principle, but how he puts it. The way of expression of Vidyaranya. He is an excellent communicator, an excellent person in creating example to demonstrate that principle. And of course, beautiful writer also, prolific writer. Okay, now I am coming to the 225th verse, which is a sequel. Like the film have sequel. Similarly, this is another sequel. Consecutive. What is written here? See, the Upadhi word is coming. If you see Jala Abhra Upadhya Dine. Upadhya Dhine. Are you getting my point? This is Upadhi Adhine. ये कोई होनी चाहिए संदेश दिया. I will repeat, I will say, you will repeat. जलाभ्रोप्याद्यधीने ते जलाकाशाभ्रखे तयोः आधारौ तु घटाकाश महाकाशौ सुनिर्मलौ. See, now you will understand very, very easily because you already heard. So, Jal Abra Upadhi. See the word Upadhi here. Just now we saw what is Upadhi. If tomorrow you don't, if I ask Upadhi, definition, and you don't tell, you have to write it at least 100 times. Not more. Only 100. In Sanskrit. Well, I will not come. This is my Upadhi. And again, if you don't tell, it will be 500 times. These things have happened in the course, if you remember. Yam and Niyam you all had written. Hai? And still they will have forgotten. जल अब्र इनको उपाधि बोला है. जलाकाश जलाकाश अब्र खेतयो. ध्यान देके सुनना. The space reflected in the water is dependent on water. And space reflected in the cloud is dependent on cloud. And therefore, the water and the cloud are the upadhi, or the conditioning. Okay, understood. But who is reflected as upadhi? Adharau tu ghatakasha mahakasha. That pot space is reflected as is appearing as the water reflected. And total space is appearing as the space reflected in the water in the cloud. And both are sunirmilau, both are immaculate and pure. Sunirmilau means immaculate and pure. Space alone is appearing like a moving space in the pot water. And the total space is appearing like the moving space in the cloud water. Acha. So that immaculate space is the base of these two imaginaries, RC and RMs. RC means reflected consciousness. Reflected consciousness. So what you want to say? I want to say that consciousness which is everywhere, with the conditioning of Maya, it is appearing as Ishwara, but that unconditioned consciousness is not changing. Similarly, the one who is the seer of the whole body, mind, intellect, it is not changing when the Jiva Bhav is coming as I am doer, enjoyer, etc. Maya word is mentioned as here as Anand, Anandamay. See the word 226 verse. Evam Ananda Vijnanamayo Maya Dhyorvashau Tadadishthana Kutastha Brahmani tu sunirmale. Evam means in this manner. Dekho Anandamay. You see the word here? That is indicative of Maya. Macrocausal body. Macrocausal body. And Vijnanmaya is micro subtle body. So, this Anandamaya Vijnanmayau Mayadiyo, this is the reflected consciousness called the Ishwar. Anandamaya means Ishwar and Vijnanmaya means Jiva. They are under the control of Maya and Dhiya means subtle body. ध्यान देकर सुनना, please be careful. Here Anandamaya is Ishwar, Vijnanmaya is Jiva, Maya you know macrocausal body, and Dhiyo means subtle body, individual. So Ishwar is under the control or is defined by Maya, and Jiva is defined by subtle body. Is it clear? Both are defined by something else. But tad adhishthan, the substratum of both, क्या है? कूटस्थ ब्रह्मणि. One is kutastha, the seer of the whole three bodies is called kutastha, and brahmani is the Brahman, which is total consciousness. They are attributeless. I hope this point is very, very clear. If you are not clear, please go through your notes once more. Well, but my notes are very confusing later on. Here I see. But later on when I see my notes, I only wonder why I have written like that. And some words I figure out what is it I have written. Some words I am not clear, what is this? And then I take my note to somebody else. I said, what have I written? Because in the hurry I wrote something in short at that time. And it took a lot of time to understand what I had written. And when you know this, I was very happy. At least I got it. So these things happen. And sometimes when they write notes and show it to me, they are not clear. So they don't mention that point and go here and there somehow to complete the notes. अब हम क्या क्या पॉइंट करें, इतना टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास. They avoid that topic. They duck it rather. हमें सब पता है. Oh, I don't say everything, but I know many things. You are clever, but I am cleverer. आप चालू हैं, हम भी चालू हैं आपके साथ. हाँ, Gurudev used to say, if you are a shark, I am a bigger shark. But I don't say anything. I said, at least he has written something. My compliment is at least you are offering the notes. That is a bigger compliment. I see the intention. So, evam, but don't duck it because it will come back in some another manner. So, don't run away from anything in your life. Don't run away, face it. Write that I forgot this point. If you want to be on this path, be deadly honest with yourself, not with others. About yourself, you should know very, very well your mind, your attitude, your intentions in black and white. And not only be honest, but also be brave to get out of wrongness. Then only you can progress. Otherwise, you will be sitting in the same class. Now, this point is clear. My time is also over. Etat kakshopayogena sankhya yogau matau yadi deho annamaya kakhyatvat atmatvenapyupeyatam. So, you know, this is 227. So, these words were used, tat and tvam, as two separate words actually. But you know, this word was used to explain intermediary. Just it's a ladder to understanding. It is understanding is not a ladder, but it's a ladder to understanding. Okay. And this I therefore accept Sankhya and Yoga if they are using is as a intermediate state. So he said, then all the philosophies are fine at a point. Well, all at their own level, if you are understanding it, using to understand, then I have no problem. Deho annamaya kakshatvat. Like Charvak said, that this body itself is the Atma. If you are understanding for some principle, I will accept up to a certain point. After that, I'll drop it. What is intermediate is used and dropped. Like a cup is there. You are drinking a milk from the cup. You use the cup, and when the milk is over, you have already drunk, you leave the cup. This is the intermediate states are there. Okay. Deha annamaya kakshatvat atmatven abhyu. So we accept when Charvak says that the body is Atma. ध्यान देकर सुनना, Charvak also is one of the darshan. And Charvak said body is Atma. There is no body other than, there is no Jiva. And Charvak said one point, that you should live the life, because this is only first and last life. And the very common line is, Radam kritva dugdam pibet. You take that and drink ghee and milk. The saints are very great. They say, to take that you should have a credibility. Otherwise nobody will give you that also. And therefore Charvak is saying at least you should do the right thing. They have not asked you to become licentious. There also there is some dharma aspect I will learn from Charvak also. And that after that I drop Charvak and move forward. My time is over. Then, why don't you then accept the Sankhya and Yoga? I already told you this point. Just once, you just repeat. Okay. 228. Atma bhedo jagat satyam. Isho anya iti chetrayam. Tyajate taistada sankhya. Yoga Vedanta sammati. Remember yesterday we said there are many Atmas in Sankhya and Yoga. Number 2, Jagat is truth. And third is Ishwara is different. 3 points I had mentioned. See, this is said here. Jiva Ved, first difference. Second is world is true. And third is Ishwara is someone different. If you leave these 3 things, then you come to Vedanta. Tyajate tahi means Sankhya Yoga. Tada Sankhya Yoga Vedanta Sambhati, then we are on the same page. Then there is no issue. But supposing I say world is real, then what is the problem? All problem will fall. Why? Then you will have sense of joy and sorrow. Supposing many Atmas are there, then you cannot say that consciousness is all pervading and many also. Atma is Chit also, Vibhu also. Supposing I say Ishwara is somewhere else, then Ishwara will have a form and Ishwara will become limited by being somewhere else. That is the most pathetic point. Okay. I have one more question. No, time is over now. So we will see it at some other time. So tomorrow, please bring Taittiriya Upanishad. Those who have the Bhashya, please bring and come. We will start second valli of Taittiriya Upanishad. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari